Genesis chapter 35. God said to Yaakov, "Get up, go up to Beit-el and live there, and make there an altar to God, who appeared to you when you fled Esau your brother." Then Yaakov said to his household and all the others with him, "Get rid of the foreign gods that you have with you. Purify yourselves and put on fresh clothes. We're going to move on and go up to Beit-el. There I will build an altar to God, who answered me when I was in such distress and stayed with me wherever I went." They gave Yaakov all the foreign gods in their possession and the earrings they were wearing, and Yaakov buried them under the pistachio tree near Shechem. While they were traveling, a terror from God fell upon the cities around them, so that none of them pursued the sons of Yaakov. Yaakov and all the people with him arrived at Luz, there is Beit-el, in the land of Canaan. He built there an altar and called the place El Beit-el, God of Beit-el, because it was there that God was revealed to him at the time when he was fleeing from his brother. Then Devorah, Rivkah's nurse, died. She was buried below Beit-el under the oak, which was given the name Allon Bachoth, Oak of Weeping. After Yaakov arrived from Padan Aram, God appeared to him again and blessed him. God said to him, "Your name is Yaakov, but you will be called Yaakov no longer. Your name will be Israel." Thus he named him Israel. God further said to him, "I am El Shaddai. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation, indeed a group of nations, will come from you. Kings will be descended from you. Moreover, the land which I gave to Abraham and Yitzchak I will give to you, and I will give the land to your descendants after you." Then God went up from him there where he had spoken with him. Yaakov set up a standing stone in the place where he had spoken with him, a stone pillar. Then he poured out a drink offering on it and poured oil on it. Yaakov called the place where God spoke with him Beit-el. Then they traveled on from Beit-el, and while there was still some distance to go before arriving in Ephrat, Rachel went into labor, and she had great difficulty with it. While she was undergoing this hard labor, the midwife said to her, "Don't worry, this is also a son for you." But she died in childbirth. As she was dying, she named her son Ben-Oni, son of my grief. But his father called him Benjamin, son of the right hand, son of the south. So Rachel died and was buried on the way to Ephrat, that is, Beit-Lechem. Yaakov set up a standing stone on her grave. It is the standing stone of Rachel's grave to this day. Israel continued his travels and pitched his tent on the other side of Migdal Adar. It was while Israel was living in that land that Reuben went and slept with Bilhah, his father's concubine, and Israel heard about it. Yaakov had 12 sons. The sons of Leah were Reuben, Yaakov's firstborn, Shimon, Levi, Yehudah, Issachar, and Zebulun. The sons of Rachel were Joseph and Benjamin. The sons of Bilhah, Rachel's slave girl, were Dan and Naphtali. And the sons of Zilpah, Leah's slave girl, were Gad and Asher. These were Yaakov's sons, born to him in Padan Aram. Yaakov came home to his father Yitzchak at Mamre, near Kiryat Arba, also known as Hebron, where Abraham and Yitzchak had lived as foreigners. Yitzchak lived to be 180 years old. Then he breathed his last, died, and was gathered to his people, an old man full of years, and his sons, Esau and Yaakov, buried him.